Hey everybody, I'm Chris Jansen, founder of TriathleteMind.com and your coach for mastering the inner game of triathlon. And welcome to the third video in the series, 8.5 Steps to Making This Your Best Triathlon Year Ever. In the last video we talked about how to identify inspiring goals for your triathlon future, not only this year but also beyond. Today we're getting into the thick of things, and that is step 3, getting focused on this season. If you haven't gone back and watched the previous video on step 2, I really encourage you to do so, and more importantly is to take the action. Spend those 10 minutes brainstorming all that you love to do and experience in the sport. And feel free to add in other things as well, such as other running races or cycling events that you like to be in, or even general health goals are great, such as body weight or body fat percentage, things that will complement what you're trying to do in triathlon. And once you have that master list, in fact the purpose of having that master list is really to give you perspective. You know, once you've got a list of all the dreams and goals and things that you'd like to do and you've got a time frame behind them, it brings you perspective. You know, I've coached athletes, for example, who have dreamed of doing an Ironman. And only by getting this master list of goals first did they really identify or acknowledge that there's no more reason to wait, that this year could be that year. Where initially they thought they needed to do another Olympic distance and maybe try out a half, but they realized, no time's a wasting. I've got to get down and this year is going to be my year for my Ironman. So that was their choice, but they couldn't have done that unless they had this perspective. So if you're playing along at home and you've done your homework, grab that list from step 2 and now look at your 1-year goals, those that you've identified you'd love to do this year, and pick the 3 or 4 that are going to be your top priorities, your main focus, the ones that are going to set the tone for the season. And how do you know which are those? How do you know which are the right goals to pick? And in fact, how do you know which is a great goal for you? Well, there's 4 simple ways to tell. Number 1 is that they inspire you. There's something about this, when you write down that goal, there's something about it that energizes and excites you. You can see yourself going after that on a daily basis. It gives you energy. Number 2 is it challenges you. It expands your comfort zone. That's where growth happens, is when you step 1 foot outside that comfort zone. Number 3, it motivates you to get up early in those mornings, not hit the snooze alarm and get out there. It's going to keep you motivated week to week, but also day to day. Number 4 is it's meaningful to you. In fact, this one, number 4, is such an important step, and it's such a step that's often overlooked, that we're going to dive into this in more detail in the next video when we talk about step 4, to achieving your best. So those are the 4 things to look for in having a great goal for this year. That's all there is for this video. Identify those 3 or 4 that meet that criteria, write them down in a specific way that's positive and that's measurable as well, so you know what you're aiming for. I'm Chris Jansen, helping you to achieve your potential and exceed your own expectations along the way.